Hi there, I am Dory Joe Stoll with Prairie Scraps, and that is pretty bright in my face, to be honest with you. Can't get it down. It's like down or down. There we go. And I am so excited. It is day 29 of 30 days of homemade Christmas gifts. We've made it to 29. I've had 28 so far. If you haven't watched them, feel free to go back and look on my channel, Prairie Scraps, here on YouTube, and make sure that you're subscribing to my channel and hit that notification button so you know when I go live. On top of that, I do have a members option, so I'd love to have you join as a member and you get stuff ahead of time, support the channel, all the things. So anyway, I appreciate you being here tonight. Tonight's craft for or homemade gift is actually a pretty simple, easy one, but it's one I've used off and on throughout the years. I don't know if you do neighbors gifts, but we always try to give gifts to all Christmas gifts to all of our neighbors. Nothing like super big or whatever. We often do like it's always been homemade, let's just say that. And it's always been, usually a food item. So this year I'm going to revisit one from the past. Actually, it brings fond memories because my uncle, um, when I was in college, would send this to me in college. And I haven't, I didn't ask, but he still sends care packages to my kids in college. So it's kind of fun. They get a box of like food and, packets of oatmeal. And it's funny to listen to my middle son right now talk about his care packages. So one of the things that my uncle would always send me is this particular recipe. And there's different names for it. The one we're going to make is called, we always knew it as Russian tea. I don't know why it's called Russian tea. I actually found the recipe in this book. It's called Once a Month Cooking. It's an old book. It's by Mimi Wilson and Mary Beth Lagerborg. And this is an old copy. I remember ordering it off of I think I ordered it off of Amazon way back when Amazon was first starting out. So anyway, it is really well worn. I love the recipes in here. If you're looking for super cheap once a month cooking, this is the way to go. If you have lots of kids, some of the recipes, like I don't know, we just used a lot of these, and I always like mark in the margins. Love this, love that, love the other thing. But in the back, it does have the drink mixes, and we called it Russian tea. In here, it's called orange spice tea, which it's about the same thing. So we are going to use this recipe. If you want me to shoot you out the recipe, I will go ahead and get that to you. Just go ahead and put tea. Actually, text tea. I will put the information down below as soon as I get off. Um, so anyway, with that, let's go ahead and get this recipe started. There's a few things that you will need. First of all, you'll need jars to put it in. I've always done them in jars, and I just pick out a jar with a nice clean lid that we can pass on to somebody else. It's okay. I do use the ring, obviously for obvious reasons. So that is what we're going to put it in to give to the neighbor. And then you need, it says orange drink mix. It basically is Tang. So we are using a Tang this morning or this evening. Sorry, it's late. And here I go with it. Blah, blah, blah. So I apologize. It is windy and cold and pouring rain outside. It's gross. So I apologize for any wind. Also, it calls for a packet of lemonade, and none of our stores in our town carry just one of those packet, one use packets. Both of these items you want to be the sweetened kind. I'm actually trying to invent a sugar-free version for my daughter who can't have any sugar. So because this is a fond memories of this particular recipe using this. The other thing you need is cinnamon. You need your measuring tools and a bowl and spoon and measuring cups, and then cloves, cinnamon, all the things. All right, so that's what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and mix this up. It's not a hard recipe at all. Anybody could do this. Seriously, you don't have to be super, like individually talented at all. Like I said, this calls for the 2 cups of the powdered orange drink. So we're going to start with that. Try to get these open. These were not, I don't know. Tang has never been the cheap part of this, but it is pretty good in it. I don't know if you're a Tang drinker or not. When I was growing up, we didn't really have Tang for a cold drink. We had it for a hot drink. So this is a hot tea drink. So we're going to go ahead. I know this is a cup that measures on the inside here. Yeah, see, it just says how many quarts it makes. It doesn't say what the measurement is. So we're just going to, 2 quarts. So we're just going to measure out the 2 cups. I'm hoping it'll fit in this bowl. This is my favorite bowl. I love this little bowl. Somebody used it for tomato sauce already. I just got it. All right, so 2 cups. I'm thinking it's going to be the whole container. That's my prediction. I might be exactly right. Yep, I'm just going to put it all in there. So it's the whole container for this particular one. And I think once you got done with this, if you put some in the jar and didn't have enough, you could put it back into this container and store it in here nice and safe. Actually, if you're doing it for yourself, just go ahead and put it in there and mark it Russian tea or orange spice tea. Okay, then we needed one serving, one of the packets. And this, I don't know. I think those make 2 quarts. I think the packets make 2 quarts. So I'm just going to add to the 2 quart line of lemon in here. I was trying to look for, I forgot the tea. Oh my goodness, you guys. I forgot the tea. Dang it. Tea is out there. It's in the house. I brought the measuring thing for it. I'm going to see if my kids come home really quick. My husband can get in and out. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot the tea. I left it sitting there. I had it all lined up. I forgot the bowl too when I first started. And then 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And in our house, we have one person that we have allergies to cinnamon. So this would be the thing I would leave out if I was making this for our household, but we also do not. And then 1 teaspoon of ground cloves. Looks like I'm going to need to put that on my list too. Making a list, checking it twice because we are going shopping for the rest of our gifts for this weekend. So that is basically, and then it calls for 3/4 of a cup of instant unsweetened tea. So just hold on a second. I'm going to run. I will be right back. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry in advance. Okay, I'm back. I hope you all said hello. Do you like to drink tea? I'm not really a tea drinker, but this one will get me going. So hopefully, say hello. I'm back. I apologize. It was sitting right there on the table, right inside the door. So 3/4 of a cup of this tea. And this is the unsweetened. You want the iced tea unsweetened. Lipton's is the brand. And locally, all I could find was the ones that say natural lemon. But when I looked at it, the first ingredient is corn or cane sugar. So that is not what you want. You want to have the version that doesn't have any sugar whatsoever. So this, and it's a really fine powder, and you can actually just scoop this right into your cup. I actually like tea like this. It's kind of weird, but I do like the lemon one, but it does have sugar. So anyway, 3/4 of a cup. Thankfully, we have some because I could not find this at all. The only thing I could find was the sweetened kind, and I think with the Tang and the lemonade already pre-sweetened, you do not want to add the sweetened tea to it. So actually, I'm impressed. I was thinking it wasn't going to make a huge amount. Look it's nice, a nice amount. So I think this is going to work. We decided we had 5 neighbors that we wanted to make this for. So that's what we're shooting for. is making it for 5. And I just like to use this pint-sized jar. That's exactly what my uncle used to send. And then the other thing that he used to send with it was, and I couldn't find this in our local stores either. Maybe you've seen it. I think you can usually find it in the cake decorating, are those little red hot cinnamon candies, those tiny ones, because you can put those in here and they taste yummy. I would never eat those things, but I would definitely put them in here. So I guess I didn't check one of the grocery stores for those Red Hots, but did not find the Red Hots so far. I was looking. I don't know. My girls went to a basketball game, and it seems like they've only been gone. I guess it's been 2 hours. I don't know. Seems like they've only been gone 30 minutes. They haven't been gone long enough. Anyway, this is what it basically looks like, and you want to just get it nice. You can use a whisk if you have a bigger bowl. You know, I'm just trying to get it all incorporated together, because then all you do is put the directions, the name of it, and the directions onto a tag and put it on the jar. The directions are to serve it. You stir 2 heaping teaspoons of the mix into an 8-ounce mug of hot water or a 10-ounce glass of cold water. I've never had it cold. This is strictly a drink we have always used in our household in the winter. So, and you could just make this for yourself too. You could put it in a quart jar and make it for a family. I think that would be nice, but you know, all of our neighbors that we're giving to are going to be, I think I got most of it incorporated. Oh, it does look like there's not tea on the bottom. Maybe should have just brought the lid and shaken it. That would have worked. So I want to make sure that tea gets into it, because it looks like the tea is kind of sitting on top. All right, we're going to see how good we are at filling a cup. I did think about a funnel too. If you need a funnel, I may need a funnel. And that's what we're going to do for our, I think this is so much fun. And you figure probably one of these scoops is going to be like, it says, does it say how much it makes? It doesn't. One of these scoops that I'm putting in right now with this big spoon is probably equal to 2 heaping teaspoons. So it would be, you know, I think you could probably get 4 of these jars out of here. And we need 5. So we'll get our wipe out here. Maybe not, because I kind of got it all over the place. A little bit of shaking. All right, so then you just want to put a lid on there. And before we do that, I'm actually going to put, try not to make a mess out of things myself here. Got lemonade left over, so that could go for the next batch. So I definitely, if I wanted to make another batch, I need more Tang. And then I need more iced tea, I think. Let me look. Nope, I actually might be able to make one more batch with the iced tea I have. That's cool. But like, I don't know what Tang runs for in your area, but this Tang was like $5.86 and the lemonade was $5.80, so it was $11 for both of those things at our local grocery store. To just give you a what did I do? Oh. Honest, I totally planned this out like all day long, and I've been trying to find the ingredients in town. Nobody has Tang, and nobody, or it was like the other grocery store, I think it was $7 for Tang. $7. So it's crazy. All right, we are going to use a piece of fabric I happen to have on hand. Just keep scraps of fabric in Rubbermaid bins, and I have it organized by usually by color, so I kind of have the Roy G. Biv thing going on, but in this case, I think I'm going to put a piece of fabric in here. This case, I have it organized by Christmas. This is the Christmas / flannel. So I'm just trying to get like a little bit bigger than this. I'm going to go on this side because it doesn't have the, a little bit bigger than the ring. And we're going to use this. I would normally use, let me tell you, everything is kind of torn up for Christmas. I don't know about you guys, but everything gets moved And we just got the ornaments on the tree tonight. I've just been so busy with craft shows, and then I went away for everything. And so anyway, I think this will work. I'm just gonna, it's all, when you rip, it does give it a nice clean edge, kind of makes it look primitive. So I'm just gonna rip this final edge here and make it a square to go on there. Just like that. And the other thing, the last thing I want to do is put a tag on there. I was thinking about this one. I don't know if you saw this earlier. I made this with a mini. I'm not going to make another one. You basically get the idea, but our minis fit exactly on these little tags. This one's a little tight. We have wood tags as well, but this was one I got on clearance last year. So we're going to go ahead and actually put it through the ring so that it has a place to go on. Because I realized the other night when I was trying to make the scrub, if you didn't see one of my past ones, the scrub, I found that it doesn't stay really well around a jar. It just sort of comes off. So you either have to hot glue it on, or I was thinking I could just tie it through here and attach it that way. And then I'll hand write with like a Sharpie on the back here the directions for it so that I can give this as a gift. And then, of course, we will also include, oops, that was too tight. We will also include our Christmas picture card, our Christmas card that we do as a family. Do you guys do Christmas cards? I'd love to know. Do you do the actual mail out the Christmas card thing? All right, so I think this should be able to go on with that on there. It won't be as tight as it would be if, yep, it works. I'm excited. Even with that, so I put that twine right through the ring, and I also have the fabric there, and it's firm, and there is the lid in there. So it just kind of dresses it up a little, get all the strings off here. We don't want that hanging off. And the fabric isn't touching the food at all. But there it is, our little one. And then, like I said, I'll just turn this over, and I'll take a Sharpie, a fine tip Sharpie, and write Russian tea, you know, to serve, stir 2 heaping teaspoons of mix into an 8-ounce mug of hot water. And that will be it. That will be our gift for our neighbors that we will pass out. Isn't that the cutest? You could also put a little jingle bell on there. You know how I am about the jingle bells. Love to do that. I actually kind of just like the simplicity of this. Peace on earth. The other thing that you could use instead of this is just like some of those fancier, I always buy the fancy tags, and then I don't use them for anything but crafting. So, you know, just use like a fancy tag from wherever you buy tags. You know, some of those like this, they're so good already, and it's cheap to buy them that way. You could just mass produce it that way. And then we'll probably put on it from the stoles also. So just so we know. But that is it. That is our gift that we made in less than 15 minutes. I even had to run in the house to grab my tea because I forgot it. So I apologize for that. I hope that you enjoyed this series and you've been taking in all the different ideas for homemade Christmas gifts. Tomorrow will be the final day for the 30th day of Christmas gifts. I am planning on doing it in the afternoon. I know what I'm going to do. I'm excited about it. Have a great idea, something I've never done before. But like I said, this was a tea mix that my uncle used to send me in college. He sent it to my college kids and has been doing it for generations, I would say, now. And I think he got it from my grandma. So, because I know my dad also used to make this as well. So this was something that was the same recipe was in the family, and everybody kind of enjoys it. And we used to just drink it. We didn't always get it as drinks, but I have given it as gifts to people. These make great teacher gifts, great for the mail lady, mailman, anybody, your beautician, your piano teacher. Don't forget your piano teacher. This is your service announcement. I got a gift today. I'm so excited because actually, I don't know, I haven't in the past few years, I haven't really gotten any Christmas gifts from my students. So that's why I've been promoting it because really you're supposed to. So I think you're supposed to anyway. That's my thoughts on it. But I think it's a nice thing to do. It doesn't have to be huge, and I just loved receiving a gift. It's so nice to be thought of at Christmas time when you are in a service area or service field. So also, your cleaning lady too. I don't get them there. Actually, as a cleaning lady, I usually leave my Christmas card for them, and I have left like bake a cookie tray or whatever in the past. So those are other good ideas. Used to do cookie trays every year, and then decided maybe it's not so much. I do a lot of so other ideas that I do that are homemade. If you're wanting to know what they are, I should make a great big list, really, of like small, like homemade baked goods and things like that. I've done cookie trays, I've done a specific cookie, and then the other thing I like to do are find some really special like sweet bread to make and then just make the mini loaves and wrap it up. Those make nice neighbor gifts as well. So anyway, those are some ideas. I hope you've gotten lots of ideas through this series. Come back tomorrow, go back and look at the other ones. Make sure you check in, say hello, give me some thumbs up, do all the things, subscribe to my channel because that all helps me keep the content going. So anyway, thanks so much for hanging out. I hope you have a very blessed evening. Again, this is the cute little idea I had for today. And make sure you keep on crafting.